The new episode shed light on so many things, and we'll be diving into them bit by bit. But today, our main focus is Jax. Contrary to many predictions after episode 3, he hasn't gotten worse. Instead, he seems to be slipping into a mild depression. And no, it's not just the exhaustion from a hard day's work. It all started with the very first scene of episode 4.
You're wasting your time, Raggy.
Just wait a second.
Like this?
Yeah, you got it. Jax!
I actually didn't mean to do that.
Are you all right, Gangle?
Oh.
Why do you always gotta do this?
What? I just said it was an accident.
Unbelievable. You are
Hey,
unbelievable.
Gangle, I think I found something you might like.
For the first time, we see Jax genuinely not wanting to cause any harm to Gangle. This really caught me off guard, especially considering all the previous episodes and the countless situations involving not just Gangle, but the other characters too. The old Jax would have just laughed it off and said something like, "Oh well, you're not mad, are you?" Not that I care. But from the very first seconds of this episode, we're shown that Jax has started to change for the better, although we still don't know where this newfound altruism will lead him. The next scene, however, gave us a glimpse of the old Jax, though it felt more like an exception to the rule this time.
What the heck is this? You're just giving away parts now?
So what if I am? I'm not giving any to you.
Darn. Guess you're never getting that unicorn horn, Pomni.
Despite all his attempts to keep calm after the so-called humility he displayed in episode 3, Jax still occasionally allows himself some sarcasm and verbal jabs.
How about an adventure where Zooble gets turned into a piñata and we all take turns beating them up?
That one's mine.
Who would have guessed?
Let's just have an adventure where Jax can't talk through the entire thing.
Genuinely hurtful.
Good.
After all, that's just part of who he is, and it's the only way Jax knows how to keep that spark alive inside him. But take a good look at how quickly his demeanor shifted the moment Kane announced that Gangle would be the shift supervisor. It seems like, right then and there, he realized all those pranks and teasing were about to come back to haunt him.
Which door should we choose?
Not sure. Let's try this out.
Aww.
And now it's time for the most epic and mind-blowing part, Spudsy's adventure itself. Right from Jax's very first scene, his usual confidence seemed shaken, and it became clear that something big was about to happen with him.
Let's get to work, guys.
Oh no! It looks like I've taken Ragatha and dropped her in the deep fryer.
Oh, no. We can't have anything like that going on around here.
What are you gonna do about it, though?
I'm calling upper management.
Hello?
Hey, Kane, we're having a bit of an issue with the employees, and I was wondering if you could maybe have a punishment waiting for them at the end of the day if they do a terrible job.
Wait, what?
Motivation! That's what my adventures have been missing!
Why would you do this?
It's called a manic episode, and you're getting 3 more seasons. Anyway, Jax, it's your job to set up the drink station, make new coffee and iced tea, and fill the ice cream machine, so get to it.
This is really weird.
Even though the start of the new adventure seemed pretty ordinary for Jax, what happened next completely shook him to the core. Just look at how utterly confused he is. He can't even find the words to respond. It feels like Jax's world literally fell apart in that moment. And when Gangle announced his list of tasks, it became crystal clear to everyone, including Jax himself, that this episode would showcase a sort of revenge, something Gangle practically admitted outright. This is further confirmed in the following scene.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Never say you hate the customer while the customer is still here. Oh, we wait until after hours for that?
Looking at Jax's unhappy, no, downright distressed expression in the moment he realized this was just the beginning of a nightmare bound to have irreversible consequences for his mental health, it's clear that this was a pivotal moment of reckoning. This was when Jax fully grasped the harsh reality and inevitability of the situation. It was the moment he realized that his true feelings would come to light, and he could no longer hide them behind the mask of the cool guy. But this was only the beginning, as the next scene proves.
So you're just, like, actually doing the job.
Yeah, I don't want Kane to punish me.
Kane's not gonna do anything malicious. It's not in his nature.
You really want to find out? The only thing holding Kane back is the fact that he likes us. I wouldn't push it.
That's rich coming from you.
Remember the old Jax, who never cared about anyone's approval or support? Now he's actually approaching Zooble, someone he doesn't even have the best relationship with, to try and convince her to ditch work too. This scene speaks volumes about how much Jax has changed. It's as if all his confidence has evaporated, leaving behind someone who might even be afraid of Gangle. Sounds ridiculous, right? But that's the reality Jax is stuck in, a reality that's slowly driving him insane and pushing him further into a depressive state. The fact that time seems to drag on infinitely longer than Jax would like only makes things worse. Even though he's trying to maintain his trademark, unshakable demeanor, it's glaringly obvious that the spark we're used to seeing in him is fading, bit by bit.
The bathroom looks like a biohazard and needs a good scrubbing.
Well, I don't know. Shouldn't, Biohazard crew take care of that?
Oh, Jaxie boy, don't you want to be a model employee?
No, I don't care about any of this.
Well, that doesn't really sound like a can-do attitude to me.
It's not.
Bad.
I like you better when you're sad.
Well, maybe you just need some more training.
Then Gangle lays out the rules and makes a cryptic comment about unattainable dreams. But the real focus here is Jax's expression throughout this scene. For the first time, Jax genuinely looks scared, truly terrified by everything happening around him. He's confused by what's going on with him, and shaken by the thought of what Gangle might come up with now that she has more power than usual. He's frightened and undeniably upset about this whole adventure. And yet, it's not even over. By this point, Jax already realizes that things are only going to get worse, and unfortunately for him, he's completely right. All of this completely unravels Jax, and if we compare how he used to get angry versus how it manifests now, we can confidently add another piece of evidence to our growing case for Jax's broken mental state. He's no longer able to control his emotions, and it's heartbreaking to witness. The ultimate proof of his shattered psyche, and the looming possibility of a full-blown depression, is found in one of the final scenes featuring him.
Can you move?
Yo, Jax. I hate you, but I don't want you to hate me. Is that weird?
You're drunk or something.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing?
Everything's been... I'm doing fine.
Wish I could say the same.
Jax, there's dishes back here. You got time to lean, you got time to clean.
God. I'm on it. Later, Pomni.
It's hard to believe that Jax is now talking to Pomni like this, especially given how he first met her. Even Pomni seems surprised by this sudden turn of events. Just look at how relieved Jax is to finally be done with that awful shift, but then something strange happens.
All right, I'm clocking out. This wasn't fun at all. See you all later.
You've really captured the essence of Jax's transformation in this episode. Seeing him as a lost and insecure character, grappling with the weight of his past actions and fearing retribution, definitely added a new layer to his persona. It's clear that while we didn't fully witness a depression in this episode, the foundation for it was laid. That moment with the car really drives home the idea that he's on the verge of a breakdown. It's heart-wrenching because Jax, who was once the most energetic and driven character in the digital circus, is now struggling to find his place. It seems inevitable that the consequences of his actions in this adventure will have a lasting impact on him. And, as you mentioned, Episode 5, focusing on Ragatha, might show the next step in Jax's emotional journey, potentially his depression. But I do agree with you that it won't last forever. Knowing Jax, he might turn into something darker if he doesn't find a way out. And I think it's safe to say his emotional arc is far from over. I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out. Take care, and see you next time.